According to me, he is undoubtedly Africa's greatest rapper. And also, according to Forbes, he's one of the richest. And even if he didn't have all that money, I think he'd still be rich in lyrics, rhythm, melody. His lyricism is off the hook. I know you know who I'm talking about. It is the one and only Sarkodie. Welcome to The Trend.
Thank you so much, my brother.
First, I gotta say, you're very humble. I mean, for everything that you've been able to accomplish, hanging out with you for the second time, you're very humble. What keeps you so grounded like this?
Understanding of life and what life actually means. That tables turn, and it's not that serious like how we see it. You know? Fame doesn't change you; it just happens to be in the world. But you're still a human being, and if you understand life, basically you approach things differently.
Yeah. You come from a very humble background, but I mean, for you to be able to get to a point where you rap so well and so fast, who are some of your influences? I mean, at what point did you actually know I can rap really fast? Because I mean, that would take it would take a lot of time or probably a moment for you to realize. When did that happen?
Naturally, I'm a fast talker, so it helps. And I was drawn to fast rap in the early stages. I used to listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony, Busta Rhymes, and then Twista. So I could relate probably because I used to speak fast already. So then when I heard them rap fast, I felt like I could do it, and then put it in practice, and finally was able to.
Were you always like annoying your parents at home, just rapping? I was thinking, what is this dude doing?
Yes, actually, yes. I used to always want to rap, even when I'm working by the roadside. People thought I was going crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
It's like, what has this guy smoked? And I mean, now let's even talk about your kids, for example.
Yes.
And the fact that they know dad is a superstar. Is your son or your daughter are they interested in trying to get into rap?
They're too young for me too, but they love music, seriously. I don't know if they know who I am at this point. I think they kind of get the fact that when we go somewhere, they see people wanting to take pictures and all that. My daughter is trying to understand, but I don't know if she knows if it's that much of a big deal, which I like, because that's when they treat you genuinely as who you are. Yes, they love music. My daughter kind of she has timing. She doesn't have the words to put together, but she mimes. What do you make sounds? But her timing is great. So, but I don't know if they're going to get into it.
If any of them decides to become a rapper, what would be your biggest advice for any of them? To give in their all. If this is what they want to do, you can't just treat something like, oh, you just want to do, because it's all timing. We can't waste time on something if you're not going to take it serious. So until you want to go all out to take it serious, yes, I'll be out for it. I'll support. Cool. I want us to go back a little bit from 2009 when you burst into the scene. And one of the things you're known for is you don't mince your words. In fact, the phrase I learned recently was maka maka mena mekaye maka, which basically means I say what I said. It is what it is.
I'll say it again.
And that's literally sort of who you are. You're known for. I've seen how you. I mean, I feel like sometimes you're forced to reply to vloggers and bloggers when you really don't have to. But a lot of people want you to say stuff about what's happening in Ghana music industry or generally in Africa. How do you entertain or get to deal with, vloggers and all those people and having an opinion? How do you deal with all that throughout the years?
So when I started, I just saw the media to be just the media, but then I realized that it's not really them. One of the media guys explained something to me that it's not like they want negative news. It's sometimes about what the people want. Because he made a scenario like we're sitting here and the cars are all driving, no accident, nobody will go out to go and watch. But as soon as we hear a sound that there's an accident, which is very negative, but everybody would like to watch that. So it makes sense, but then we also have a choice to feed into that or not. If there's an accident, you have a choice to still stay indoor, you want to go outside. So that's what I've been doing with my career. I'm not... I can't blame them too much for what they put out, but then if it's negative, my energy, I try to stay off and not entertain it. So I know most people want to hear from me, not because they want the truth. It's just to twist stuff.
The all sort of reaction.
Exactly.
In fact, here in the media industry, we say it's not news when a dog bites a man. It's news when a man bites a dog. So I mean, so Sarkodie, people should stop making you bite dogs that you know very well you haven't done so. Looking back over your career, what are some of your most memorable moments? I mean, when you started off and you look at it and you say, when I was on that stage, that was a moment for me.
Yeah, definitely winning the BET, winning the Mamas. hosting my own show for the very first time. That was like an epic moment.
Yeah.
From the streets and now filling up the dome in Ghana. That was like a moment.
How many people were we talking about? How many?
At that time, I think it's like 4,000.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
And that was great. Honestly, my whole career, I've been blessed with a lot of highlights. It's really hard to keep up. I want to thank God for that. Almost every year, each and every month, there's some situation happening with Sarkodie that I have to celebrate. So I've had a lot of highlights in my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the highlights that I was checking out online is the fact that you also have a foundation.
Yes.
And you really love kids, including your other siblings and who have children. You really love them. What's your attachment to children, and why do you feel the need to be able to sort of mentor them and help them, even financially?
Yes. I feel like children go here not by choice. They just came because we made them, and they don't necessarily have to be put in situations where they have to suffer for no reason. So I feel like when we are old, unless we have disabilities and we need some support, but I think when we are old, we can always find a way to maneuver our way through life. But I think children are very vulnerable. They have, it's literally survival for them if they have to be left alone. So if they're in situations where I feel like I can help, and I've been there before, when I was growing up, I didn't have it all like that, so I can relate to as well. But generally, I think I love kids. Even when you are a rich man's child, the fact that you're a child is just something very pure, beautiful. I don't know who doesn't, but anybody who doesn't love kids might have some serious problems.
Yeah, I've realized every time in any interview, including this one, when we talk about kids, you actually light up.
Yes.
I mean, the gene you just like, what? It goes out of the window, which is actually quite a good thing. And finally, on family and on kids, what is the greatest lesson you want your kids, but also kids who watch you and say, I want to be Sarkodie, I want to be like him? What's the greatest lesson you'd like them to learn from you?
That everything that you do is, you're going to face it with time. So you have to be very mindful. Not like you're going to limit yourself in living freely, but I think you should start having that discipline from day one and try to understand life. I think if you understand, when we started, you said something about me being humble, but it's more about, if you understand life, it makes you speak less, it makes you watch what you say, how you act, So I would really want them to take life serious as much as they can live to the fullest, but they need to understand the basics of life, and I think that can guide them through.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, because when you came to the radio show recently, my producer asked me later, he asked me, how old is Sarkodie? And I was like, So we had to Google, and he thought you're like 43, and the reason why he thought that is because he felt like you give off a very wise energy, and clearly now I understand, when you understand life, that's what happens.
True.
Let's get into the album, the album that the whole of Africa is talking about.
Yes.
So that Team Sark, you know yourselves. I mean, I have not met fans. I told you, I have met many celebrities. I mean, from Femi Kuti to you to like AKA, but I have not met anyone who has a cultic fan base like yours. So let's talk about the new album. It's called No Pressure.
No Pressure, yes.
Why No Pressure?
Because over 10 years I've been doing this, and I trust the process. I feel like you can only keep doing this for this long if you take too much pressure off yourself, so you can actually live life like how you're supposed to, your own pace, you dictate the speed. Bottom line is, you know that you want to elevate yourself, you want to be able to succeed in life and go to the next level, but the pace is up to you. So that's what basically No Pressure is about. Just, for media, from fans, I understand you guys want the best for me, but too much pressure can also get in the way of creativity. So that is what I just mean by, No Pressure.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the collabos, including your track with Casper Nyovest,
yes,
Vic Mensa, Kwesi Arthur. My favorite has to be Fireworks at this moment with Wale. I mean, it's just that, tell us, how did you get into the process of creating this album? When did it start? Was it before COVID? Was it during COVID? How did the whole journey begin?
Yes, it was actually during COVID, because COVID hit when my last album, Black Love, I wanted to go on this type of media tour, and then COVID hit. I was in the States, and I was stuck in an apartment for like 6 months.
Yeah, you actually cancelled your Black Love tour.
Yes, exactly. So I was in an apartment for like 6 months, and then within that time, producers were sending beats, and that's how come I started recording. And I think, me and Casper record was one of those early records that sparked the whole project. So yes, everybody else, I think it was more organic. If I meet up with you, we make good music and it suits the project, and I put it on. It wasn't like I'm there, I'm going to feature this. I didn't put a list down when taking them. It's just as I go, I record with people. It turns out to be great music. I put it on the project.
For you and how you work, is it organic? Do you?
Yes, it has to be.
Feel an artist and then you're like, let's hit up the guy, or how does it work for you?
Yes, I can love the music, but I don't see myself with you working.
Yeah.
I have a lot of songs that came to me that I was supposed to be on, and I told the artist, I'm like, listen, this song is great. I personally, this can be my favorite song, but I don't want to hear myself on it. So that's different. Organically, I need to hear myself with you, and everybody on there, you could see the synergy was great. It was perfect for them, because I knew this was going to be good for this person. So then I sent it to you. Even Wale, I sent him 2 records, so he did Fireworks. Mentally I knew that was a song that he was going to choose, but I just had to give him.
I think that's also why I love it. It's got a very soulful vibe to it. Yeah,
that's Wale. So everybody is just organically, we made beautiful music, and finally we have it out.
Yeah, it's your 7th studio album. I mean, throughout your career, the 10, 11, 12 years, I mean, do you feel like you've evolved in terms of, you know, artists have eras? What era do you feel like you're in for Sarkodie?
At this point, I think it's about impacting the industry more than just having...
It's your conscious era.
Yes, I think it's not really about just putting out songs and having the biggest song in the country. That's not what I'm chasing at this point. Having a hit is not... Can you imagine over 10 years? I felt that for a very long time. It's not really the high at this point. It's more of what I can do for the industry, and also creating avenues where new artists can come. I do that regardless, but I think at this point I'm going to go in 100 and try to like pave the way for these young artists that can take Ghana music to the next level. And not just Ghana, even to cut across, because I'm trying to do a writing camp for a whole lot of young artists from Africa. I'll be flying them into Ghana. I did some last... I think December, when I brought in Zlatan and everybody was in Ghana. I'm going to do the same thing for artists in Africa. That stuff is like my new high. You know, I love doing stuff like that.
And for the young artists who definitely look up to you, the rappers, even musicians who definitely want to reach the heights that you've reached, what do you tell them in terms, and this is specifically to failure, in terms of not getting what they want when they want it?
Yes.
You know, as you know, you plan, you say, this album has to go platinum, you know, whatever standard that is, and then 3 4 people are the only ones who are messing with it. What do you tell them?
Yes, you need to keep going, and today that's how I see my projects. You're never too sure, because you don't, as much as you can do marketing and all of that, that doesn't really mean something is going to work. You know, you can take that spiritually, as in how God also intervenes and help for people to elevate. So I think if you understand everything and just calm down yourself, and then people feel like I've never had a downtime. I do. Over the 10 years, there are years that I feel like what people complain about, I could have done the same thing, but because I don't accept it, you know, so I'm able to move past it. So whatever you're going through, whether it's a hit record that you're not getting, you're not being seen on the radio, look at things that is good that you can focus on. That's what I do. If I don't have a hit record, at least I have a verse on somebody's song that's doing good. That's enough. So always find something that you can hold on to, so you can keep your interest in the music, because a lot of people stop doing music because of, you know, what they term as failures, and the more you focus on that, I think it becomes a thing for you. So just keep going. You have your dream. Even me, Sarkodie, I will not be the best person to tell you if your dream is going to work. It's up to you. Whatever you see in your room, how crazy it is, it's still going to work. Just be consistent with it. Are there
some artists who we've not heard of, who probably you've been privy to them, you've heard of them, and you're like, this guy is going to blow up. I just wish people would give them more attention. Maybe some names of some artists we need to check out.
So on my project, I have a new artist. When I was doing the writing camp, he came in. I never met him, never heard his name before, but now he's on an album, a song called Don't Cry. His name is Benel. He's very, very good. He can really, really sing. Well, one of the boys who's like now, he's almost like a superstar. It's called Black Sherif. He really has the wave going on in Ghana at this point. As soon as I heard the record, I just had to like repost and let people see, you know. I'm still looking forward to see some young champs. I've seen a lot, but the names I don't hear. But these 2 years, definitely.
Yeah. Cool, that's good stuff. As we get ready to conclude, obviously your album is available everywhere.
Yes.
Spotify, Boomplay, Apple Music, everywhere. Let's make sure we go break those records. And I keep saying, Kenyans, you have to prove to the Ghanaians that we also can put his numbers up in the charts, and on the charts I can see the numbers are definitely going up. Do you plan to tour, even if it's virtually, with a new album?
Yes. We're trying to get back on the road. My team are sitting down with a few agencies to plan that, and yes, definitely want to come back to Kenya as well and do like a proper show. This time, I know people were asking why am I not performing. I'm like, It's my first time. I just want to like catch the vibe, just see the CD, you know, feel the people, be on TV like this, and then I'll come back and do a proper show. So definitely African tour, and then worldwide as well.
What do you like so far about first? I don't know if I'm going to be pushing this too much, but you actually came with a son to Nairobi. Something happened the day you landed. The next day you had the interview with me. The sun has been shining since.
Yes.
So what is happening? Is it you or your fans?
But I love the weather though. I love the weather to start with, and I don't know. Actually, the city looks beautiful. Yeah. I can't point. Okay, I think it's the greens. I love greens. I love a lot of yes, greens.
Do we remind you of Ghana at all? Do you feel at home here?
No, I feel like I feel the difference. Yeah, but it's very beautiful.
Is Ghana hotter?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the settings is different.
Our girls. I know you're married, but
I've not seen some yet.
For real?
Yeah. So tonight might be the time that I'll see some.
Yeah. Who are you? Who's
Slava.
Slava, what's wrong?
What is keeping me indoors?
Slava, what's happening? Yes. Slava, please stop using Sarkodie to get the girls. You help him also. What are you talking about? I mean, Sarkodie is very married, but it's not. There's nothing wrong with with your eyes.
Yeah, so I'll be stepping out tonight. Probably then I can answer that question. So far, I've been indoor.
Yeah. So the last question, as usual, you've warned me about this question, but now I know how to ask it very well from before. Where in Ghana can I get the best jollof in the world?
My house.
Yeah, for real?
I cook the best jollof. Actually, most of the artists will attest to that. If you put it out, put out a tweet, and you can tag Ice Prince, Wandiko, like a few of the celebrities that came through. Yeah. They came to have the jollof, so they can give you a feedback. I wouldn't even blow my horn.
So honestly, tweet that, then you retweet it.
Yes, if you come to Ghana, if you come to Ghana, make sure you touch down the crib, and I'll just prepare it for you.
That's what's up. Definitely, we're gonna be heading to Ghana. Once this whole COVID thing and Corona is over, you will see, and you know me, I don't play. You'll see me in Sarkodie's house. Sarkodie, it's been an absolute honor once again. I mean, we have to give you your flowers and your honor right about now. Thank you so much for honoring us for the second time, and I hope that the album continues to soar. And to your fans, man, your fans are absolutely amazing. Team Sark, keep it locked, and of course, make sure you go stream the album, get it everywhere, watch the brand new video Vibration. It is absolutely beautiful and amazing, and keep it Sarkodie and the trend right here. Keep it locked.